This is TWiT.
You know, I was well, it wasn't right in Dayton, but I was at Hamvention just shortly here, and I ran into a lot of great people there, and we talked about the shows here and, you know, how much fun we have. And one guy in particular, Ed Richter, WB8BHL, who coincidentally is from Orlando, stopped and we chatted for a little bit. And he had done video work in the past, and he had produced a video here that he wanted to share with us that I think, a lot of us, particularly classic hams, are really going to enjoy this one right here. He calls it Classic in a Classic, and he took a classic Kenwood rig and put it in a 66 Mustang. It's, you know, it's the stuff dreams are made of. Let's take a look at that.
Hi, I'm Ed Richter, WB8BHL. And if you're like me, ham radio is just one of my many hobbies. I'm always looking for ways to combine the hobbies and enjoy them both at the same time. With that in mind, I was out cruising around in my classic car and talking with friends on my HT. My 1966 Mustang is like a time machine to me, and it can take me back to my high school days. So I had a thought. Wouldn't it be cool to have my old Kenwood crystal-controlled radio under the dash in my classic car? Mobile radio operation has come a long way in the past 50 years. Take a look at this vintage Heathkit 20-meter monobander. Compare it to the current MFJ 20-meter monobander. Can you imagine putting one of these Heathkits under the dash in a modern vehicle? That's not the case in a 1966 Ford. Plenty of room here for a larger rig. Older FM rigs are not that big, but tend to be larger than today's units and came in single bands. Most manufacturers had rigs available in 2 meters, 220, and 70 centimeters. In many cases, they looked exactly the same, but with different model numbers, so you have a wide choice of possibilities. You can find these radios at very attractive prices at swap meets or on the internet. For my first project, I picked the Kenwood TR8300 UHF transceiver. One note, when searching for a rig, see if the unit has a CT CSS board inside. This was almost always not an option in rigs of this era, as CT CSS was not that popular back in the day. Also, crystals new are about $20 each, and you'll need a receive and a transmit per channel. On to the bench. My friend Fred volunteered to install the new crystal pair I ordered for my favorite repeater. As I mentioned, my rig is rock-bound or crystal-controlled, and he had to make sure everything was on frequency. We replaced pilot lamps, cleaned contacts, and set the deviation. He also installed the new CT-CSS board I needed, as my rig did not have one. As you can see by the size of the new board and the space available in the Kenwood, this was not a very big problem. It must, however, be secured and insulated from any internal parts or voltages. Just follow the instructions that come with the board, or, if it's beyond your technical abilities, get an Elmer that has done this type of work to give you a hand. Make sure you understand what's involved and the technical steps and precautions. Fred adjusted the sub-audible tone and set the dip switches for the desired tone, and we are ready to go. Note that big speaker. I had forgotten what FM sounds like coming from that big of a speaker. Another great noise from the past is the kerchunk sound the relay makes when you push the PTT button on the mic. Great stuff. Here's what the rig looks like under the dash, and it's just the way I remembered it. So the next time you're shopping around in a Hamfest and you see one of these beautiful old radios, think about picking it up and bringing it back to life again. For Fred, WD8KNI at the bench, and PJ, K4DVX behind the camera, I'm Ed Richter, WB8BHL. 7-3.
Boy, thanks for that great video, Ed. I know all of us are, or most of us are probably jealous now. What a nice setup there. You know, not not just a 66 Mustang, but a classic ham rig in there to go with it as well. Boy, I can't say too many good things about it.